The king of damage has returned. And to that I say thank you very much, because honestly Dabura's team was struggling, or technically it is Metal Cooler's team. I never really pulled Metal Cooler, but today we will be exhibiting the full might and power of STR Cooler. You know, one of my favorite characters of all time. Let's hop right into it, shall we? Alrighty. So now that we're on this first rotation, we can obviously see that I've not link leveled my Cooler, but it's fine. For those that do not know, Cooler stacks attack, which is lovely, and on his 12 key he raises defense for 4 turns. Now, you know, this kind of reminds me of a certain other character that came out recently who's a mediocre damage dealer up until a certain turn. Hopefully this physical Majin Vegeta can not die. What does that leave us at? That leaves us probably at somewhere around 200,000 health, I would say. But for those of you who are enthusiasts, you know that STR Cooler and Tech AGL, how can you have Tech AGL, Tech Super Saiyan Bird Coup, have gotten their easy A's, and they are honestly shaping up to be two of the scariest units that I've seen in a while. I'm not quite sure how that Tech Bird Coup is gonna die. Especially around his kit, he's got just, you know, can't die to this skip super attack. That's just a very new addition to the game. Okay, so Cooler's done 3 additional supers. Okay, 3 additional supers is not bad for an initial start. His damage will just keep building up over time, we don't have to worry about that. But their kits look very scary. Oh, this guy got skipped as well. Okay, Dabura, do you want to actually dodge this time? Who knows? Hopefully Dabura will actually dodge, because I am in very deep trouble here. Oh no, okay. Yes, but their kits are very, very stabilized for the meta that we are in, especially since Dokkan is within a very diverse meta right now in terms of content that's just going around. Okay. Yeah, this Dabura was struggling for me within the Tree of Might Goku event. It was just a big tragedy. Look, he got the skip super attack as well. I can't really speak today, I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's getting increasingly cold in Australia. It's not greatest, but at least we got content in Dokkan. This has actually been one of the most content filled parts of Dokkan in a while, because they brought back RE Red Zone like I literally said they would have to do, because there is no way the game is surviving on nothing burgers when new units come out, so I guess they're kind of scrapping the idea of temporary content. Hopefully they are. If they aren't, it's questionable. But at least events will feel a lot more shorter nowadays because of... What's your defense? 2 mil. Okay, we can try this. Oh, I was gonna play the animation, but it skipped it, so yeah, let's turn that off, shall we? I don't want to skip Cooler's active skill. So anyways, on this turn, Cooler's boosted up to 2.8 million defense, and he only did 3 additional super attacks. Of course, he has the help of Tectellus with his Tree of Might domain, which is still one of the most broken characters we have right now. Tectellus somehow shaped up to be better than whatever Gohan was meant to be. After I've used Gohan a bit more, he's not the worst, but now, ladies and gentlemen, we don't have to worry about this team in general, I would say. As long as we have 2 Dalberas that just sit in slot 1 for most of the battle, we should be fine. But yeah, as I was saying, Tectellus, what a greatly designed unit. I mean, people thought that he would have been, you know, not the greatest, but he actually turned out to be very broken. Okay, so we did see a big jump from when he has 24 ki to when he doesn't have 24 ki. When he had 24 ki, he was hitting 16 million, and now he's hitting 6 million. As I said, don't be too worried. He does stack attack, and he does build up ki. As you can see that he's already at 24 ki. His additionals is what you might have to worry about for his defense, because as you saw just then, he did take 800,000 to the Goku, but I'm not particularly mad about that. He is a offensive unit. He's not meant to be in slot 1. I wouldn't expect to shoot him into slot 1 and you know, tank a 10 million super. You know, that's just not realistic. So to want to sack the orbs here and try to get Tellus his 18 ki. Now there is a big overlying issue, is that a lot of the units on this team are very orb hungry. Well, not really after they build up, but initially this team is very orb hungry. Maybe it's different with Metal Cooler. I don't really know if Metal Cooler generates orbs or what he really does. I just don't have it. So yeah, that's, if you could get an additional, oh lovely. So this kind of combated us not having enough orbs. Anyways, STR Cooler, I'm very excited to see how hard his active skill is gonna hit, because did they change his condition? They might have changed his condition for his active skill, because I remember before it used to be 10 attacks or 8 attacks in a battle before you can pop it, if I'm remembering correctly, and it used to take quite a while for you to be able to see his attack active skill. Oh, I'm just stumbling over my words today. Yes, but it used to take a while to see it, because, you know, he did used to do a lot of normals. And what's his? Oh no, it is still 8 or more. Oh, so they haven't changed it? Okay. Regardless, we don't need to worry too hard. This guy needs 7 to get a super. Yeah, that's fine. We don't need to worry too hard. We will see this active skill. This stage is quite long, especially if you know the second half of this stage is one of the most drawn out fights in the game currently. Albro should be fine, he's not taking damage to anything. His counter here could be a problem, because it does take away the amount of damage we can do to Goku. And Cooler's hitting 24 million from 6 million in the previous rotation. Now he does get attack and defense every time he attacks, which does contribute towards why we see such massive jumps from first rotation to now. It's one of he's built like one of those godly characters, you know, like one that will go down in history as being one of the most powerful units in the game, I would hope to say. Oh yeah, I turned skip skill back on, but okay, so we do this, give him 24 ki, and do we want to pop Dabura's now so that we protect that Majin Vegeta going out? Yeah, I think we pop Dabura's now. How much does this do? This does 68 million, and he was not fully built up, by the way, so that is a win. It's a bit of a shame he doesn't get any ki, you know. He does seem to be a bit of an issue for this team, but you know, once everyone gets sitting, once everyone gets built up, it starts to roll, and heads start to roll. The song Heads Will Roll, you know, reference that. Anyway, oh, dodge, yes, nice. Yes, but as I was saying, what makes these stages easier for this team now? Oh, no additional. I meant no additional super. If he got an additional super there, that would have benefited us greatly. Okay, at least we got 2. 2 is fine, and we get an EX super. That is very nice. But as I said, this stage, the health is drawn out like crazy. This Goku has one of the highest health bars out of any RE Red Zone, I would say. I'm pretty sure. Okay. Oh, this guy got a skip super attack as well. Very nice. Yes, but as I was saying, he has a very high health bar, and where that high health bar comes into play is... Do I want to bring out Gogeta here? Okay, let's take a look here. If we pop Dabura's active skill, 77, and he'll be able to protect Golden Frieza onto the next rotation. Okay, and how high is Cooler's attack right now? It is sitting at... Is that 7 million? And 2 million defense. Okay, not bad. We'll stack him for another turn, because I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to go through another turn in order to defeat this Goku. So let's see how high Cooler is hitting. 43 million, so he does seem to jump quite substantially, and that is also because he is massively raising his attack. As for how to build this guy, I've just built him, I think, crit and additional. I don't really know how else you would want to build this guy. He doesn't really need dodge unless, you know, he gets aged out quickly, then maybe dodge is an option to consider, but he seems to be fine for the moment. I don't think he needs dodge in his kit, and dodge wouldn't really do much anyways because he doesn't have dodge built into his kit. Now sure, yes, I have built characters in the past that don't have dodge in their kit with dodge. For example, the Int Majin Vegeta you see on the next rotation, he does have dodge built into his kit. Another person that I've built with dodge is the... who else? Mind blank. It's a very scary thing. to deal with, but yeah, I've built a lot of characters who don't fundamentally have dodge. Like hit with dodge, you know. Does Dabura's dodge run out here? Chance of evading, 6 turns. So does it run out here? Is that how that's meant to be? Man, you are one orb hungry, man. And then, oh no. Yeah, we might be dead because of Vegeta at the back. Yes, we're definitely dead. Unless Dabura and Turles want to pull off a masterclass here. No, they don't want to pull off a masterclass here. Great. Great. Does that say 48 million? Yeah. Unless Vegeta in the back pulls off some dodging miracle with the 20-something dodge that I've put into his kit. Super? No. Yeah, this is not great. Especially considering that Turles ate all of this. This guy's into orbs. Maybe I could have played around this better. But how much does this do? It's a bit hard for me to explain what just happened, but while getting my run back, the Dabura on the other rotation hit all 100 million supers and proceeded to decimate Goku's health bar. I always believed in Dabura, but this just solidified him within my top 5 units in the game currently. Like, he is so unkillable, it's actually not funny. He dodged 2 supers, dished out all 100 million supers. You got it. You got it, bro. You actually got that. Like, you think whoever you think you are. But here we have Cooler, 5.8 million attack. Hopefully, we can see this Cooler windscreen. But yeah, in all retrospect, I'm still very shocked that Dabura is able to carry a whole team by himself. It's a very, we cleared that in like 10 minutes shorter than my previous one, but Dabura just gained like 2 very powerful allies in Turles and Cooler, and he basically solidified himself as a top 5 unit. In terms of Cooler, Cooler is also very, very nice to run, but it does take time to stack his attack. He is still the king though. We have the Demon King and we have just the King, which is Cooler. It's a bit hard to say what Cooler's ceiling will be. He seems to be very, very good. Top 10 unit in the game. It's still too early to tell, but you know, it doesn't really matter right now. Like, Dokkan has so many good units in the game. It's maybe like a top, if you're within the top 40, you can be considered pretty decent. Yeah, but in general, welcome back, Cooler, and you'll see me next time for a tech bird poo video. Anyways, remember to stay hydrated, and then yeah, until next time, bye bye.